intro. All right, fans, we are live and in color for your WrestleGeddon podcast this week. Royal Rumble tomorrow. Here we go live this week and drop our picks and Royal Rumble preview. And that's not all we got to talk about. We'll get into that a little bit later. But first, I, of course, am Chris the Heat Matthews, one of your three awesome hosts, joined by Garrett G. Money Munn and the Tennessee Jesus Carl Crossland. Fellas, how the hell are you this week?
We're doing pretty good. Me and Garrett's just been hanging out, smoking crack outside in his barn.
Yep.
I went to visit him, and his wife was like, "Hey, man, no crack in the house. You gotta smoke that shit outside." So that's what we've been doing.
Oh, yep. That's good. At least you're not naming dildos after wrestlers.
Yeah, just fooling around in the shed.
I tried to tell Carl to snort it off a pig trough, but he wasn't down for it.
Yeah, you don't snort crack, you smoke it. So that's why I wasn't down with it.
I tried to get him.
Oh, awesome. You guys and your random adventures every week, just like the random band entrance theme for this week. Let's get into that. It is on random, for fuck's sake. This week, our random band, Alice in Chains.
'Cause I'm the shoe in the cardboard.
Oh, man. Awesome stuff. I love Alice in Chains.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yep.
You already got my pick last week because Carl called it out, which is Rooster.
You decided to go. You decided to go with it.
I was sticking with it.
Here comes the rooster. You're gonna come out as the gobbledygooker's cousin or something.
I'm gonna be like the grunge
Red Racer. Red Racer.
There you go.
I'll be dressed like Raven, but with the red mohawk.
I figured you'd be dressed you just buy that chicken from Family Guy costume and just come out dressed like that.
Hey, your friend shirt has to be the cross-faced chicken wing, dude.
Hell yeah!
Always has to be the cross-faced chicken wing.
Yep.
Good stuff. All right, who's got next?
I'll let Carl go next.
I picked "We Die Young."
I'm trying to remember.
I don't know if y'all ever heard it or not, but it's a pretty good song. It's one of the earlier songs.
Gotcha.
I may have heard that one. It's been a while.
I started to go with. They have a song called "Live, Love, Live" or something like that, and I was thinking about maybe being tag team partners with R-Truth.
Live, laugh, love, y'all.
Oh, yeah. Pretty good.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. I went with wood. Not to get confused with timber wood, but
Morning
the word wood. Or morning wood.
Are you gonna come out with a 2x4 hexagon bag?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nah, I know it's the other wood.
I know.
Wood.
Also, see, y'all know on SmackDown they brought back the wheel.
A fortune.
A fortune.
The wheel morality.
Yeah, R-Truth picked his out and was bummed about his number. And then realized, and then realized he was in the Rumble, and he's like, "Oh, that's a pretty good number."
Love R-Truth.
Did they give out any numbers, Garrett?
They are handing people numbers, but none have been.
Nobody's saying anything.
No.
Okay. No. Okay.
Good stuff. All right, Carl, what we got for next week?
Next week we got The Youth of a Nation, POD.
Awesome. And you cannot use Rey Mysterio's theme.
Now, is that POD?
It is POD.
Booyaka, booyaka.
619. You know, here in the South Town. Awesome stuff. All right. So there you go. POD for next week. Alice in Chains this week. Let's hit up the Elite Figure of the Week. Elite. The Elite Figure this week is the Elite 13 Sheamus, which is probably one of my favorite Sheamus figures. Back when he won the King of the Ring. And the whole thing was a rib for his King of the Ring gear. The crown, the shillelagh scepter, and the robe and everything. But it looked awesome anyway on TV, and it made a great action figure.
Do you have this figure?
I do have this figure. It's actually, I had to narrow down what I was putting on display. So, like, I have one of the more recent Sheamuses with the mohawk, which I got to update that one. So this one ended up going into the bin.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Since you have this figure, does the carpet match the drapes?
No, I don't know because the trunks aren't removable.
Oh man, how do you have a Sheamus figure and not make the trunks removable?
Because none of the trunks are removable on any of the figures. But there was that one Stephanie McMahon figure that didn't have underwear.
They'd be a lot funner if they did. I might buy some.
Some anatomically correct wrestling figures that you can take their clothes off.
Like, leave me alone. I'm trying to play with my fingers.
Awesome. So there you go. Elite 13 Sheamus. Like I said, that's one of my favorite Sheamus figures. So there is that. So let's head over to Instant Replay, which of course is brought to you by good friends over at Dubby. Make sure you check out w.gg and use the code WrestleGeddon at checkout to save yourself an additional 10% off your order. Fun stuff there. All right, so we got a lot to talk about this week. Let's kick it off with the biggest news. Starting off the beginning of the week. Raw moving to Netflix.
So weird. I saw this and was like, this got to be fake.
Yeah.
And just kept scrolling.
I thought the same thing when I saw it. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, because Netflix wasn't even in the running at all for, like, everything that we talked about leading up to this, like, move for Raw. There was always Amazon, Warner Brothers Discovery, and I think they're in Disney Plus or Disney.
Does Netflix do live streams? Like, I've never watched anything live on Netflix.
I know they've done some stuff live. One of Dave Chappelle's comedy specials were live. I think the first one he did, like his first Netflix deal show, was live. And I think they've done a couple other ones live, but it's been mostly like the comedy specials. So it's kind of interesting to see something like this, a weekly show, being streamed live on Netflix like every week. So it's kind of
another thing too that kind of gets me intrigued, and it would make it better if it is if they have a replay, like if you can watch it, like whenever you want to watch it.
Replay will be directly after. What I'm seeing from everything that I've read, that they will have replays after, and they'll still be available on Netflix.
Okay, that actually might not be too bad of a deal then.
No, and Netflix has like 10 million more subscribers compared to I think most cable companies. I think from the breakdown that I saw, or it was like Dish or something like that. But there's like more subscribers, more people that have Netflix than actually subscribe to a cable or satellite service. So So that's the one big benefit to that. I think it's like 80 million subscribers for Netflix. But it's a 10-year deal worth it was like almost $5 billion over the 10 years. And then as Netflix has an option to back out after 5 years or to re-sign for another 10 years.
Yeah. Another thing that kind of gets me like a little interested is like, how does Netflix make money off of it? Because like I don't see nobody going and like buying, like, subscribing to Netflix that doesn't already have Netflix because Raw is on
Yeah.
there. I'm wondering, are they going to do commercials or is it going to be commercial free? No commercials.
Yep. So when we go to live tapings for like SmackDown or Raw, like how they do like the TV commercial breaks and we get stuck with like the rest holds and 3-minute headlock spots. That'll end up being the same thing on Netflix.
Okay.
Or if they're in between something, there might be like a promo type thing where the person comes out before the break and they're waiting to do the promo. We'll probably get like a WWE like advertisement for something. So because they'll still be broadcasting on cable, like in cable through the other parts of the world, just in the US and Canada. I can't remember where else they'll be on Netflix.
Okay.
But with that news too, we also got word that the WWE network will be shutting down by the end of 2024, but that's outside the US. We already lost WWE network a few years ago to Peacock, which for us US subscribers, Peacock will remain, or the network WWE content will remain on Peacock through 2026.
So hopefully they go to Netflix.
I hope so too. My only thing with that is how they're going to handle the library, like all the back catalog stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is this the Peacock? The Peacock is just so horrible to use.
Like, so horrible.
It's one of the worst interfaces. We talk about it.
I mean, yeah. I know we bitch about it all the time. It's like a recurring thing on the podcast, but.
Hey, I had to use it this week. I was a little bored, wanted to watch some wrestling, so I decided to watch what is one of the best Rumbles, which is, I think it was 99, if I remember correctly.
99? You didn't go like
2000?
It was 99.
92 when Ric Flair won
It's the one. I think it's the one when Austin comes back.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay.
Where it's it starts off with Jeff Hardy and Bull Buchanan.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember every Rumble. I remember. I remember
that Rumble with Bull Buchanan. Because
it was 2000 was the one in New York with like the taxi, right?
I think so, yeah.
Or was that 98? I don't know.
Maybe it wasn't 99. It was like 2001 or something. I don't fucking remember. I know it's the one that Austin comes back and he wins. I think it's like one of the last ones he wins.
Oh, so probably because he did 3 in a row, so that's probably the third one.
Yeah, it's probably the 2000.
Awesome. Cool. And with the announcement of Raw going to Netflix, we also got the announcement that The Rock has been appointed to the board of directors for TKO.
Look at these pictures. I love it.
Oh, this is great. I love this. Gives a little extra stuff here for the podcast this week. With his deal with TKO being on the board of directors, he now fully owns the rights to The Rock. The Rock now owns himself.
The Rock.
The Rock. It's pretty cool.
Oh. Yeah. I like The Rock.
I've never heard anybody say they don't like The Rock.
There's people.
Recently. So. Oh, man, a lot of fun stuff. I'm excited for this. Some of the moves that they've made. With TKO. We got a big one here. Oh man, I was debating on talking about this, but it's been like a hot button the last couple days, so we got to talk about it.
I know we got to talk about it.
Vince McMahon,
Kevin Patrick getting fired. Oh, sorry, Vince McMahon. Hey, this is a bad picture. He apparently has shaved the mustache.
Oh, he shaved the mustache?
He shaved the mustache. I have heard from some numerous sources that the mustache has been shaved. First reported by Dave Meltzer. I don't know. Someone said he fucking shaved it.
Oh man. Sexual assault lawsuit filed against Vince McMahon. So this is the same person that filed the lawsuit last year. She took the $3 million settlement, but was only paid $1 million. So she refiled the lawsuit. All that information got made public, and holy crap, the stuff that was in that, oh my god. Like, Vince is a sick person. Like, disgusting human being. I don't know. Like, he did a lot for professional wrestling. He got professional wrestling to where it is today. Big hand in that. But apparently also had a big hand in other things too, like sharing around a former employee with other top-ranking employees in the company and naming dildos after wrestlers and all kinds of other stuff. So I just...
I mean, it's one of those things where, like, you know, there's sides to every story, and I've seen Wolf of Wall Street, and
the other thing too is that she said she was used as a bargaining tool to get wrestlers to re-sign contracts, specifically a former WWE and UFC champion.
And
insert Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. I mean, and that's something that's like, you know, especially back in that, that's how people got recruited to the University of Miami to play football. You know, with women and drugs, and I'm pretty sure that's how he recruited certain people to his wrestling organization. That's how business deals were made.
I'm sure, but it's like
it was a wild world. And I'm not condoning. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't want it to sound like I'm condoning what he did. Like, I'm pretty sure it was fucked up. But I never saw this guy like a perfect person or thought he was like morally good or anything like that. Like, he's been an asshole. He's been a misogynist.
And you can see a lot of that too, because you look at the stuff that he's done on TV to, you know, female wrestlers like Trish Stratus, and, you know, that's the biggest one that pops to mind.
Or his daughter.
Yeah, his daughter too. Like the stuff like that, where, you know, he's got Trish on all fours barking like a dog. He's had things where, you know, male wrestlers have walked into a female locker room while they're in the shower. Like, this is all stuff that he's written because he was head of creative. He had full creative control over what was happening on TV, and this is stuff that he approved and okayed, which more than likely was probably his idea to begin with.
Yeah. And there was fans that love. I mean, there are people that like. I mean, that's why WWE did as well as it did. There's people that watched the Brian Penny. You know what I mean? Like, that was the thing. That was the world.
We were teenagers at that point. Well, at least Carl and I were. So yeah, we enjoyed bra and panties matches at that time frame.
And the pillow fights,
the lingerie pillow fights, the Playboy bunny lingerie matches, whatever they had going on. I mean,
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a few things I was like, it's kind of uncomfortable, but for the most part, like, you know,
the whole Katie Vick storyline.
Yeah.
Mae Young kissing Mark Henry.
And I like that.
Oh man!
I love some Mae Young and Moolah.
But this just popped up today. Breaking news: Vince has actually tendered his resignation. This was a statement from Nick Khan, and he will no longer have a role within TKO or WWE or be associated with either brands.
Oof.
I mean, they try to get him to do this last time. I mean, you made your mark.
He did resign the last time it happened, but then they brought him back. He came back just to broker the deal with Endeavor, and then they wanted to keep him on after that. So I mean, but when this comes out again, and there's more details listed this time than there was the last time. I don't know if all these details are listed the last time, but I mean, what can you do?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things too. It's like, is there some truth behind it? Probably, absolutely, yes. Was everybody consenting? Like, all this stuff is, hearsay. So, like, we don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so.
There was stuff in that document too where she was like, John Laurinaitis was listed in this too, and I can't imagine what's going on in his household again with all this stuff coming up. But there is a point in the legal document where she said she was pinned between Vince and Laurinaitis in Vince's locked office, and they forced her onto a table with one of them on each side of her. So it's just and where she's telling them no, and they're sitting there telling her no means yes. Oh, but that's all stuff that was in that legal document from her as part of her lawsuit information. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just another example of how disgusting humanity actually is. So.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, everybody, you're innocent until proven guilty, and like I said, there's probably some truth into all of the allegations.
I know side of this too. This probably would have never popped up if Vince actually finished paying off the settlement. It's not like he doesn't have the money to do it.
Yeah, that don't make sense of not paying off the settlement either. But like I said, who knows? And I don't know. It's like one of those things. I never assumed the guy was innocent or anything like that. So it's not that big of a shocker. I know people have been talking about it, but I'm like, yeah, I kind of could see him doing all that, because that's just the way stuff was back in the day, back in the 90s, even 2000s.
But that's the thing. Him using her to leverage Lesnar was not even 2-3 years ago.
That was recent.
Recent. A lot of the stuff, because she only worked for the company from 2019 to up until last year when Vince her.
Okay. I thought this was older than that. This was newer.
No, this was within the last 3-4 years, because a lot of the things were during COVID. A lot of the dates that she had in that document were from COVID.
Oh wow, yeah, I thought that was I thought the allegations was from a lawyer or something. Nope. The ones that were recent, I didn't know it was that same lady from.
Yeah, it's the same one from last year. That filed the suit against them last year. All right, enough of that. Let's talk some fun stuff. 2K24, baby. I'm excited for this.
I was told I had to buy the middle copy. I had to buy the physical middle copy.
The metal copy?
The physical middle copy.
Middle. It's about that poster.
Oh, the one.
The cover
art. Bianca.
And, yeah.
I do like that cover. That is a really great cover.
It is.
Honestly, I would have did a cover for both of them instead of both of them being on the cover.
I would just done one for Rhea. Why does Bianca need to be on another cover? She's had her cover.
Featured on the cover, though.
I'm pretty sure she was on the cover. Maybe I'm incorrect.
No, I don't think she was. If she was, it was she wasn't full cover like this. It was probably in the background with some other people on there.
I don't remember. but I feel like she was at some point.
I'm pretty excited for this. You got this comes out in March. Was it March 22nd?
I think so, something like that.
You've got the 2K Showcase of the Immortals, which will go through the 40-year history of WrestleMania with some of the iconic matches. I'm pretty psyched for that, which means we get new match types added back into some new, some added back into the games.
I saw casket matches.
Casket match, gauntlet, ambulance matches, guest referee. So psyched about that one. New My Rise stories, new My Faction, bonuses on there. Cody Rhodes' dog will be in a manager for My Faction this year.
Who?
Cody Rhodes' dog, Pharaoh, has a My Faction. So,
I'll be honest though, it'll be kind of cool though with like the GM stuff to do to have the guest referee, because then that was one thing that I always felt like is you get to a point where you had too many wrestlers and you weren't necessarily using them all the time.
Yeah,
and that's just another way to spark storylines and use more wrestlers.
Well, that's if we get those match types in the GM.
Yeah, that's true too. Because remember, they didn't have crap at the beginning.
Because we still didn't have every match type last year.
Yeah, hopefully they add more because they learned from their past mistakes.
Honestly, in my GM, I should be able to do whatever match types are available in the regular mode. It just makes sense for me to be able to do that. I should be able to have war games in my GM. I should be able to have just a standard. Well, they had steel cage matches, but yeah. Of course, universe mode is back as well. A lot of universe mode. I'm pretty stoked for this. One big thing that they had on here listed too for some of the new DLC and stuff was Macho Man. Well, the Macho King, I should say, which tells me that maybe they got Savage back in on a Legends deal, because I know that it had expired over the summer last year. So hopefully that's the case with that.
That'd be nice.
Pretty stoked for that one. On top of 40 years of WrestleMania being celebrated with 2K24, 40 years of Hulkamania, baby.
Listen here, brother. What are you gonna do when the Hulkamaniacs run wild on you?
I think we need one more match. No,
one more match. Yeah, he can't even walk without a cane.
Can we get Hogan and Flair one more time to the death? We've been asking for it for years.
So many years. Man,
they're showing the posters for men's and women's rumbles. And the women's rumble only has 4 participants, and nobody else knows who's in it.
Yeah, I love it.
I do too.
Absolutely love it. So it leaves it up to more of a surprise. We'll get more into that too when we get to our rumble preview and picks.
Oh God, it's gonna be so
Maybe
bad.
Hulk Hogan. Maybe Hulk Hogan's gonna be a wrestler.
R-Truth for the win. Since we are talking 40 years of Hogan and Hulkamania. What's your guys' favorite Hulk Hogan match, if you have one?
Oh, that's easy. Him and Shawn Michaels. Easy.
From
best match ever, right?
SummerSlam?
Yeah, best match ever.
SummerSlam 2005. I was there. Washington, D.C.
Hogan Rock was a big one.
WrestleMania 17. I like that one.
Growing up, little kid, him and Warrior was a really big deal at WrestleMania.
That's my favorite Hulk Hogan match is him and Warrior from WrestleMania 6.
Him and Macho Man.
Oh, him and too. Yep.
That was another big deal for me when I being a little kid.
The Mega Powers collide.
Yeah. I guess WCW run, like, he had some okay matches. I don't remember any of them being like great. Like, oh, that's the best like Hogan match or anything.
Yeah. Oh, we can go Hogan and the Dungeon of Doom. There's no Hulkamaniacs here.
Yeah, no.
It's hot.
I mean, like it seemed like his matches in WCW were like I love the build up to the matches, like the build up between him and Piper for Starrcade was good. The build up for him and Sting at Starrcade the following year was good. I was excited when Warrior came back. I thought that
that match was up there with Sting and Hardy's TNA match.
Yeah. I thought that was going to be good. I was like excited, watching the pay-per-view because our neighbor had got the pay-per-view, and I was just like so excited for that match. And then it was like, what happened?
When he came back to WWE, like there wasn't, like Garrett mentioned him and Michaels, but there wasn't much else. Like he got completely destroyed by Brock Lesnar. Like probably the best thing he did was that Mr. America run.
Yeah. Well, him and the Rock, that was really good.
Well, I mean, when he after like he came back and he was on SmackDown.
Oh, it's my like when he came like after he came back for the second time or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome stuff. Hulk Hogan, 40 years of Hulkamania. A lot of good stuff. Then teasing his might just have one more in me, brother. This is some interesting news. Shawn Spears spotted backstage at the TNA tapings last week. Could the Perfect 10, the chairman, be heading to TNA?
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Nope. I'm down with that. I like Shawn Spears.
I saw that there was another guy.
Plus, his wife is hot as hell.
A TNA match we'll talk about here in a little bit.
That was a great match too. If you're talking about the one I'm thinking of,
the one at the end.
Yeah,
that match was good. And then after it, someone came out. Well, they didn't come out; they were on the video.
Cool. I'm excited. Like Shawn Spears, really, he had a lot of momentum in WWE with the whole 10 thing. They just kind of dropped the ball with him.
Except for that 1 year, he didn't come out at 10 in the Rumble.
Yeah, and that 1 year he did, that place went ape shit.
Oh yeah.
Impact AEW really had no clue what to do with him.
No.
Like he came in hot with those chair shots on Cody. Like got a lot of heat for that and was, really going, and then they just dropped it. Dropped the ball with them. Oh, now you're in a group with MJF, but you're not going to do anything. You're just going to be here.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
No, but probably his best moment is getting super kicked by Shawn Michaels.
Oh yeah,
all
definitely.
Right.
That's a lot of people's best moments, really.
What's your name? Stan. I just super kicked Stan. Awesome stuff there.
The sad thing is, I don't think Carl has any idea what we're talking about.
What do you mean? I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
You know the video of him getting super kicked by Shawn Michaels?
You just heard me say that was like a lot of people's career highlight. It was getting super kicked by Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, I heard you.
All right, there we go. MJF building up the bidding war of 2024. But this is the real bidding war of 2024. Okada. A lot of interest from WWE and AEW. These companies, I think, are just going to be throwing money at him in the next week or so. If he does,
they should.
Tomorrow night. They definitely should. I think he's worth every penny they throw at him. No. I think it would be fantastic. But The big rumor with him and WWE is him going to NXT, which I don't know about that one. I know it's probably just to get them acclimated to, the WWE style and all that. But is that something you want to do like right off the bat, or with a name like his, you put him right on Raw or SmackDown?
I think for like the majority, so I think like now that NXT 2.0 is gone, I think NXT is trying to get back to being like a brand, not like just a development thing.
Yeah.
And the people that like NXT and have been watching NXT are more like your hardcore wrestling fans that know who he is, and I think he would be better suited on that than he would like Raw or SmackDown for like more casual fans that wouldn't know who he was.
Well, another thing I would see to that too is like, I know we don't really think about it, but like Shinsuke Nakamura was super big in Japan before he signed with WWE, and he went straight to NXT.
That's true too. But at that time, though, too, with NXT, you had guys like Samoa Joe, Finn Balor,
right?
Kevin Owens.
Because people that watch NXT knew who he was.
Yeah.
But he shows up on SmackDown. People will be like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Yep. Because like the other thing too is AJ Styles, when he debuted at the Rumble, like he got a really good pop once people figured out who it was after the music started playing.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure there was still like maybe a little under half of that audience had no idea who he was.
Yeah. Can we talk about the MJF, or are you talking about it later? Like I can't look at the notes because of the thing kicks me off the
I don't have anything for MJF in here, so go ahead.
So did he officially sign? Because I know you said he was under contract. So is he signed the contract with AEW, or is he a free agent?
As from stuff that I've read, he re-signed with AEW before he came back at All Out or All In, one of the two, where he came back with the devil mask on. He's been off TV for a while because they're negotiating a contract.
Because because everything they're putting out is like he's a free agent, which could be a work.
I think it's
could be but this is my complaint to that. If it is a work, it would have to be 100% the most stupidest work that you could do right fucking now when the your competitor is about to run a pay-per-view, and the pay-per-view is like, oh, we're gonna have surprise people in this Rumble, and you're gonna have people watching to see if MJF shows up. Like, you know what I mean?
So
that is stupid.
That just increased your viewership for your competitor's pay-per-view. And those people that are still purchasing it through like pay-per-view, or don't have a Peacock subscription or a WWE subscription, just paid for that just to watch the Rumble to see, hey, MJF might show up on here. But then again, those are the same people that are going to purchase their subscriptions for Peacock and the WWE network to see if Okada shows up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's both, like with both of them, it's kind of the same thing, but with more AEW with MJF, like it seems like Tony Khan just has this niche for boosting WWE's ratings and views.
Yeah. It's like if you have him signed, say that. Like don't like you
and
know,
on top of that,
like,
he's still the champion. Or no, he's not champion. Mojo is. Sorry.
Yes, Mojo is the champion.
Yeah. I forgot. I had a brain fart there for a second. But like the whole thing is like
so if it's any correlation, he is not listed as an active wrestler on AEW's website.
It's got to be a work. They're doing this as a work. Because why would they do this whole devil storyline with Adam Cole and all them? Just to say, just to have MJF not be able to come back and get retribution on the Undisputed Kingdom and Adam Cole, or try to get the title back from Samoa Joe. It makes no sense.
I mean, it makes no sense.
We are talking.
It makes no sense. Yeah. I mean, it makes no sense to reveal the Devils because he's getting ready to go away on injury anyway. So there was like no payoff because they couldn't have a match about it. But still,
I mean, to be fair, Griff Garrison's still on AEW's roster. If that's any correlation for you.
Well, I mean, he's still part of the roster. Like he wrestled Edge like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a dumb move for me. Like if he's under contract and you're advertising him as not being under contract, and your competitor is having a match where it's like literally like based on surprise appearances, like yeah,
it's dumb. Like they need to figure something out. Like I said, Tony Khan's really good at giving WWE more money and more views. Because look what they did with Rollins and Jinder.
Yeah.
They tried to hinder Jinder.
But it didn't work. Awesome. Some more good wrestling news here. Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, Booker T's Reality Wrestling, and Memphis Wrestling have all went in together for a talent exchange. So harken back to the old territory days here. This is kind of exciting, especially for these fans that watch all three of these or that haven't watched them. Maybe they watch Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. They don't watch Booker T's or Memphis Wrestling to see like some newer talent coming in and out, and vice versa with the other companies. Carl, your thoughts on that, especially wrestling?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not the same, but I've seen. I think I've seen Memphis Wrestling like on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Stumbled across it.
Yeah, like trying to look up old stuff that I like grew up on. Like I came across it, and it was pretty good. I haven't seen Champions of Hollywood or the Reality of Wrestling. Like I haven't seen those promotions, but
the Championship Wrestling from Hollywood with during COVID, they were doing a lot of stuff with NWA because they had because they're obviously based in California, so they had like a TV studio that they could film out of. So they're bringing in like some of the NWA talent that was based out there was doing shows at that arena at their studio.
I guess you.
Filming stuff like that. It was like Universal Wrestling or something like that. It was like the two of them put together.
Yeah, but now that they announced this, though, I'm definitely interested. And I might try to check them out just to see what's going on.
Well, the other thing is too, Reality of Wrestling, Booker T's promotion, which is his school, has Zilla Fatu. So Umaga's son is training with them and wrestling on that show. So there could be, him, bouncing back and forth between these three brands.
Yeah, and that's the thing I like. Don't get me wrong, like I do enjoy going to arenas and seeing SmackDown and Raw and stuff like that. But it's just something like about like a smaller crowd, like in a smaller venue where it's like more personal.
Yeah.
And I like to see like promotions like this do well. And then it's also fun to watch too, because some of these guys that you see, it's like me going back on YouTube and watching some of the stuff I watch. Like, of course, you remember like The Rock and stuff like that coming through. But it's like fun to look back and see sometimes too. Like, oh, James Storm wrestled. Guys that come through, and you might see the future of wrestling by watching these guys.
Absolutely. That's why you need to support your independent wrestling promotions, because you never know who's going to be like the next big WWE signee from.
And then why do you think we love the Ninja so much?
Yeah, and
sweet.
You never. I was gonna say you never know, they might have lava resistance there.
Rene Dupree's my friend, man. Shut up. It's my biggest flex in life, as I'm friends with Rene Dupree.
Yeah.
Oh man, awesome. All right. So pretty cool with that. Sticking with some Booker T stuff. Booker T pushing heavily to get the Nasty Boys into the Hall of Fame.
It's a little nasty. It's a little nasty, if you ask me.
A little nasty. Hey man, everyone has to drive through Nastyville at one point or another. You gotta take a pit stop. I really can't remember. Like, I love the Nasty Boys. Like, they're a great tag team. But I don't remember anything that's like really career defining with them, except for them being like friends with Hogan. So, like, I can't really remember any like notable feuds or anything like that from these guys.
Yeah, like yeah, I mean, like, I kind of like maybe vaguely, like, I guess like maybe didn't they have like a feud with Public Enemy at one point in WCW?
Yeah, I think that's probably like,
that's probably like the biggest.
So,
that's probably like the biggest feud I remember with them. I remember them like wrestling the Bushwhackers a lot.
Yep. Because they're pretty much just like, you know, like a lower mid card or lower card tag team.
Yeah, I think a lot of people like them because they had like a more of like a brawler like style, so it was kind of like unique to like WWE back in the day, like when like, you know, they didn't have like as many like brawlers as they, you know, more people were like more technical and like body dudes, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know about Hall of Fame worthy. I mean, they did it for a long time, but I don't like. I could name like a million other tag teams better than them. Like a million tag teams better than them, probably.
I don't remember.
Huh?
I said a million.
I probably could name at least 100, maybe.
I do not remember any of their tag team championship title runs. They had one in WWF and 3 in WCW. I don't remember who they won the titles from, who they dropped them to. Like, I really don't remember any of that.
WWE, yeah, that's a. Okay, I don't remember.
Won them off like the Rockers or something, or
Rockers. They never had them.
Right. I keep forgetting that they won them, but then they like didn't win them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't recall them. Like, and like I said, like when I think of like best WWF tag teams, like I think of like the Hart Foundation, the Killer Bees, Orient Express, the Brainbusters, Demolition, Road Warriors. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
they don't get me wrong. Like, I was fans of them and I like their style and stuff, but like they never. Like, I don't think Hall of Fame when I think of them. Like, I mean, if you're giving them like a career achievement or something, but yeah, they wasn't that great to me.
Nasty Boys. It doesn't say who they beat for the titles.
There might have been vacant.
It might have been the Hart Foundation, because the Hart Foundation had the titles, and then like the Rockers won the titles in a 2 out of 3 falls match, but then like WWE decided not to air the title change, returning the titles to the Hart Foundation. So the Nasty Boys at WrestleMania 7 won the titles off the Hart Foundation. and then lost home to Legion of Doom at SummerSlam here.
Yeah.
Okay.
WCW was probably off of Public Enemy, and then
Harlem Heat. Harlem Heat.
They won in my Harlem Heat.
Maybe. Let's see. I'll try to. I hate to have the Dudley Boys on here as WCW Tag Team Champions.
They're not WCW fucking tag team, and I hate when they bring that shit up. It's like, dude, you are not fucking WCW tag team champions.
Yeah, you did not work for WCW. You worked for WWCWF.
If you're fucking WCW champions, and like every dude that's bought a fucking replica belt is a fucking champion.
All right, Nasty Boys.
Hey man, Kurt Angle was WCW champion. Leave him alone, okay?
Doesn't count.
It does count.
Nope. So they beat Arn Anderson and Paul Roma. Anderson, Roma. Oh, stripped the NWA World Tag Team Champions. Okay, so the Nasty Boys looks like they were the first WCW Tag Team Champions after the split from NWA.
Mm-hmm.
They lost to Bagwell and Too Cold Scorpio, then regained them from Bagwell and Too Cold Scorpio. So there's two. And the third one was from Harlem Heat.
Yeah.
And that was it. They haven't held a tag team championship, a major promotion, since 1995.
Yeah, it's gonna be a no for me, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that. Honestly, their biggest claim to fame is being a part of the Hart Foundation, Jimmy Hart's Hart Foundation, not Bret Hart's Hart Foundation. And then being friends with Hogan. So.
I mean, to me, like, if you want to put them in eventually, that's one thing. But there's a lot more tag teams that should go in before.
Yeah, they're like the Coco Beware inductees. Like, I'd rather see like Demolition go in before these two, which I know is probably not going to happen anytime soon. But with a new Endeavor TKO regime and all that other stuff, never say never. I mean, we got Punk back, so I mean,
yeah.
Let's see what happens. All right, so that's pretty much it for news and stuff this week. Let's recap a little bit of Monday Night Raw. Probably the biggest thing coming off of Raw, the face-to-face with CM Punk and Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, and I'm more CM Punk and the American Dream than either one of them are.
It was a good back and forth promo, very heated between the two of them. So it definitely got me hype to see those two face to face in the Rumble match.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. That's why I was telling you before we went live. This is like the first time in a while I've been excited about fucking the Royal Rumble. Really excited. Don't get me wrong, like it's one of my favorite pay-per-views. So it's kind of cool. But this year I'm excited.
Having this being like the first Rumble under the Endeavor banner and everything like that, Triple H in full control over creative and everything. No one telling him, like, no, let's change this, let's change that. Rewriting scripts the last day, hours before the show goes to air. I think the build-up for this has been fantastic. The announcement of just like some of your top guys being in the Rumble is a great move, especially in the Women's Rumble too. Just a few like the top talent from the women's division. It's a great move by WWE. And like I said, the build for the Rumble this year, like Carl said, is the most exciting it's been in years.
Well, it's going to suck when there's only two people who are probably going to win the Rumble.
R-Truth, baby.
Yep. All right. Oh, no, it's Tom and Nick.
Tom and Nick.
I don't think you're right, Gary. I think there's more than 2 people that can win this Rumble.
Yeah, I'm sure with your picks, you're gonna have some stuff to go with.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
You'll like my picks.
Oh, I know I will. I'm excited.
It probably won't happen, but this is how it should happen.
I'm excited.
All right, main event for Raw: Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest, with a little bit of R-Truth mixed in there. Just trying to get Priest his cut, man. That's all he wanted to do, was give Priest his cut from those new Tom and Nick Mysterio shirts. Poor Priest, man, ended up losing the match. But up until that match was still a pretty good match. It was a very hard hitting, back and forth match between the two of them. I thought it was great.
Yep.
A lot better. Well, I won't say it was a better main event than Dynamite. We'll talk about that too. But I thought it was still pretty good. I enjoyed it.
I did see that at the after Raw went off the air. Yeah. They're like
R-Truth doing that little heel kick.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Love it. Awesome stuff there. Let's get over to run through these a little quicker here so we can get to the Royal Rumble stuff, because I know we're just itching for that. AEW this week. Did you guys see? Well, Swerve and Jeff Hardy for one. This is probably
no. I don't watch much AEW.
The last couple singles matches that Jeff Hardy's been in. Last week on Collision was him and Darby. This week him and Swerve have probably been the best that Jeff has looked since he's been in AEW.
Hey, you know why?
The people he's in the ring with.
Well, not just that, but Jeff Hardy also swerves when he drives.
Good night, when I drive. Oh man!
Oh Lord! Awesome, but it was a pretty good match. And I was talking to a friend about this the other day. I think it's a couple days ago. We were talking a little bit about Jeff Hardy's matches with Darby and his match with Swerve. I think Jeff in a singles match is much better than Jeff in a tag or trios match, because he's not playing off of Matt, who I used to think was the better technical wrestler out of the two of them. Was my favorite out of the Hardys. Like, love Matt Hardy, but the way that he moves anymore, like having issues with his hip and knee, whatever, he just can't move at the pace that he could before. And even then, with like all the issues that Jeff has injury wise, Jeff still outpaces Matt Hardy. So it's kind of hard to have that timing that they had 20, 25 years ago, when one can't move as fast as the other one anymore.
Yeah, that and honest truth is Jeff Hardy's a better wrestler, entertainer, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I mean, he just is, by far. He's the Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely true. No, but it was a good match, him and Swerve. Granted, Swerve carried the majority of that match, but
yeah. And I love Matt Hardy. No, that's not a shot at Matt Hardy. I love the guy. He's not on the same tier as Jeff Hardy.
No, like I say, he's one of my favorite wrestlers. Like, always has been, since like Hardy Boys and stuff. So, yeah, it's just, I think Jeff is just better on his own, especially now. Like, yeah. So we had that, and then the main event, Adam Copeland and Minoru Suzuki. Suzuki put Copeland in that damn rear naked choke that he does, and like legit had it locked in to the point where Copeland's face was purple at the end of that match. completely purple. Lips were purple, like everything. And it took him a couple minutes after that match ended for the color to come back in his face. It was just insane. And I know
I don't think
once he called his wife, I'm sure she was bitching at him about that one.
Yeah, I don't think like his thing is. I just wish he would change his name to something besides Adam Copeland. Because like every time I hear it, I keep thinking Adam Cole in my head.
There's too many Adams in AEW.
Yeah,
Adam Page, Adam Cole, Adam Copeland. Like, come on, man. Like, why couldn't it be like? Why couldn't he be instead
or
of?
If you want to,
why couldn't he be like Line?
Yeah,
something.
Or Cliff. Oh my God, it's Cliff!
Cliff is in AEW. Cliff is here. Careful. You don't want to get knocked off that cliff.
They'll spell it with one F instead of two.
It'd be like CLYFF. Cliff.
Change his name of his finisher to Off the Cliff or something.
In the ditch.
It was a great main event. The other thing we had too was Sting and Darby laying out the challenge to Ricky Starks and Big Bill for the AEW Tag Team Championships. Which leads me, it's a given. It's a given. We're getting Young Bucks, Sting and Darby at Revolution. We already know what's happening. Sting and Darby are going to win the tag titles next week or 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. So they're going to win those titles from Bill and Starks, and they're going to end up losing them to the Young Bucks.
Greatest tag team going today.
Yep. The dumb fucks. I was going to start calling them the dumb fucks.
I like it.
I'm not interested in that match at all. No. I'm more interested in Starks and Big Bill versus Sting and Darby Allin.
I mean, it's gonna be his last match. I'm interested to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Should be his last match. Should be a fatal 4-way. It should be Sting, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Actually, to tell you the truth, they may not. Because like when I was thinking of like why would you pick like the Young Bucks? Actually, Sting might go out on top on his last match, and like maybe he picked the Bucks because they have nothing to lose really if they lose. You know what I mean?
I can see that happening too. Like they retain tag titles, the titles get vacated the next night. You know, they do this big or not the next night, but on Dynamite, they do this big celebration for Sting and send them off into the sunset. And then, they relinquish, they give up the tag titles, or Tony Khan says, Darby, you can either relinquish the titles or you can find a new partner. You have a week.
And then what happens is Edge and Christian come out.
Yeah, because they completely forget about the whole storyline with Edge and Christian, and they're friends again, and Christian's a face.
That way they can have a win up on the Dudley Boys and like, oh yeah, we're AEW Tag Team Champions.
Oh man, awesome. All right, so that's AEW this week. Impact Wrestling was a pretty solid show this week, but the biggest match that you need to check out if you haven't already, Okada and the Motor City Machine Guns versus the System, which was Moose, Brian Myers, and Eddie Edwards. So awesome. It's been so long since Okada has stepped foot in a TNA ring, because the last time they was there under the Dixie Carter regime, they treated him like shit. Like absolute shit.
That's because Dixie Carter was shit.
Yeah. Oh, but it was cool. It was awesome to see Okada there. He was generally thrilled to be there, from what you could tell. And just, it was a great 6-man tag match. Like, there's really not much I can say about it. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure you can find it on YouTube or find some clips for it. Or if you have TNA Plus, you can go back and check it out as well.
And then,
it's been all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
And then after the match, the best thing ever happened.
Hit him with the best thing ever.
Mustafa Ali showed up.
It's pretty awesome. Mustafa Ali is a great wrestler. It's very underutilized in WWE.
Yeah.
Like, they kind of killed him with that retribution shit, though. Like,
oh yeah,
that would kill anybody.
But I think he's gonna do big things being independent. If he signs with TNA, fantastic. Like, he can do a lot of great stuff with TNA and still, take indie bookings and things like that. Yep. I'm psyched. This will be pretty awesome. All right, so there is that. Let's go ahead and get into that. Put graphic in here for that. I did the Royal Rumble. Let's go. Picks for the Rumble. Let's talk about it. Logan Paul and Kevin Owens, man. What are your guys' thoughts on that one? I'm excited to see it.
I'm excited to see it too. Both of these guys really kind of deliver. It being a WrestleMania match, I'm kind of interested to see how it goes. I think Logan Paul retains.
Mm-hmm.
But I am imagining like some big spot in this.
Oh, I'm sure.
Between these two guys.
There'll definitely be something in there. I'm going with KO to pick this one up.
Think so? Think Logan's want to break?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he only wrestles like once in a great while anyway. And I think putting the title on him going into the Royal Rumble for this pay-per-view has brought a lot more eyes. Will bring a lot more eyes to the pay-per-view, especially like the Logan Paul marks that are out there, like his YouTube fan base or whatever, going into this. Just see if he like retains the title or not.
And see, Carl, this is where he messes up because that's exactly why he's going to win this match. That way he's available for the Elimination Chamber in Australia, which will bring even more eyes and more people to come if they know Logan Paul's.
I forgot.
See, you gotta think logistics here, man.
I'm still going with Kevin Owens. I don't think I love Kevin Owens. So, I like Logan Paul too. He's been one of the better celebrity wrestlers we've seen in a long time. I mean,
probably the best celebrity.
Pat McAfee was great. Bad Bunny did an awesome job. Like, Bad Bunny set that bar like a little high for celebrity wrestling.
Bad Bunny, his was more of the people he was working with doing the shit for him.
Yeah.
Where Logan Paul has been doing his own stuff.
Yeah. But I'll say Bad Bunny set the bar pretty high, but I think Logan Paul has vaulted over that bar. Set a new record for that one. So
yeah.
But it's still going to be a great match. I'm looking forward to that one.
Better than Drew Carey. Before.
Hey, he did good eliminating himself in that Rumble. Next one we got here, the Fatal 4-Way for the WWE Universal Championship. LA Knight taking on Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, and AJ Styles.
You mean Ron Reigns, R-Truth KO. I was trying to remember them all. That's the picture you should have put up here.
I'm gonna go last on this one.
Okay.
I think that's the picture you should have put on here, but that's just me. Well, seeing as Carl's going last, that means he's got some whole elaborate ruse of somebody who's gonna win this match that's not Roman Reigns. So I'm just gonna take the safe answer and say Roman Reigns. I'm not gonna say The Rock's coming out. He's gonna interfere in the match so The Rock loses. I'm just gonna say, or so Roman loses. I'm just gonna say Roman's winning.
I took the safe bet as well. Went with Roman.
All right. Let me go get my coffee for this one. Go ahead.
This is how it's gonna go, or how it should go, and I'm gonna actually surprise you, and I'm actually gonna take Roman Reigns to retain as well. But what happens is after he wins, right? He's in the ring. The Rock's music hits. The Rock comes out. And he's like, "Yeah, Roman, I'm the actual real head of the table. My family built this. Am I still on?
Yeah, you're the head of the table right now.
The screen went straight to me, so I thought I dropped out of the call or something. All right,
give me the spotlight.
Okay, so The Rock comes out and he's like, I'm the head of the table. And Roman Reigns calls out The Rock and he goes, "So Rock, you're telling me that you want me and you at WrestleMania for this WWE Championship?" And The Rock tells him, he says, "I don't think it's going to be for the WWE Championship." Roman Reigns turns around. Damian Priest cashes in his Money in the Bank briefcase and beats Roman Reigns and takes the title off of him at the Royal Rumble.
Oh, man. Oh, fans, if you're joining us for this, this is always the fun part of the Royal Rumble with our predictions. Is Carl usually has some massive story for a prediction.
No. Think about it. Think about it. You don't have to have the title. You don't have to have the title on the line.
And that's
for Rock and Roman.
Rock and Roman, you don't need the title for. We've said that numerous times. Because it's what it boils down to is the head of the table. That's what it is. The Rock is the head of the table. And a lot of fans feel that way. Roman's not. The Rock has achieved more success in his WWE career. I know Roman's the longest reigning champion, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But The Rock has brought the WWE into new heights and launched that career into probably being one of the most successful wrestlers to transition to acting. As far as, blockbuster movies, things like that. So The Rock has had way more success than Roman has had. So The Rock is the head of the table. Roman needs to beat The Rock to prove that he is the head of the table. And you don't need a title involved in that. And that gives a great story arc for Priest cashing in, taking that title, and then Cody challenging Priest for the title. Because that still kind of kneels into, the Judgment Day issues with Cody.
Yep.
So, makes a lot of sense.
So what you're saying is Carl's a genius, and you applaud his.
Absolutely. I've said it. We've said it numerous times. We should be writing for WWE.
Yep.
If this happens, I quit. I quit the podcast. We're done. It's over. There will be no Royal Rumble recap show. We're done. I quit. Oh, awesome. So all three of us are picking Roman.
But hey, put me down for the predicting the cash in.
Okay. I will put that on here. Cash in. Okay. All right. Next up, we've got the Women's Royal Rumble. We talked about this with them only announcing a few of the bigger names for the Rumble matches for the Women's and the Men's Rumble, which leaves, what we got? 4? So 26 other women to show up in the Rumble.
How many surprise entrances do we get? Is it 2 or 3?
I have 4 on my list.
You got 4?
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know how many we were doing because I know it's like point based. If we're still doing that.
Yeah. I was thinking about going to 5 because I just thought of another one, but I'll keep it at 4 just to make it a little simpler.
Okay. I only know that I got 4.
And tag teams count as 1 pick.
Okay. You think there's a tag team? Okay.
Not in the women's.
So does it have to? When we say surprise entrance, does it like it can be any woman because they only have 4 announced, right?
Not the obvious choices, like Chelsea Green and Piper Niven and like those ones. Like a return, like someone that's been out for a while, like Alexa Bliss, Carmella, like those ones.
Okay.
Or people that haven't debuted in a match yet.
Yeah. Yeah. See, now I got 5 already. That's crazy. How that
that's
happens.
one of my that's one of mine. So like, hopefully we can.
I'll let y'all go first because I'm gonna go first on the men's one because I got a whole story for the men's one.
All right, so I'm gonna go with would Ava Rain count as a surprise entrance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It counters.
So I'm gonna go Ava Rain. I'll go Jade Cargill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Mercedes Monet. And then, because I only thought of 3, I didn't know I had to come up with 4. Somebody, I'm trying to think of like somebody that hasn't been there in a while that could show up and.
Thinking. Yeah.
Go ahead and name like 3 of yours, Chris. What I think.
I've got the 4 that I have are Trinity, formerly known as Naomi, Mercedes Monet, Jade Cargill, and Durham, North Carolina's own longest reigning NWA Women's Champion history, Kamille.
That would be awesome if she showed up.
Not under contract with NWA anymore.
Interesting.
And my pick to win the Rumble is Becky.
Okay. You gonna do your last one, Carl?
My pick to win the Rumble is gonna be Bayley. And I'm gonna go with a safe pick and say Lita. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I definitely had Jade on my list, so I think that's a full list of Jade. I'm gonna try and throw some different things in there. I'll definitely put Alexa Bliss on there because she's been putting some work in. So I'll put Alexa Bliss on there. I will put Liv Morgan on there. It's now that you put her on there. And
I just put with Morgan, it's a given. She's returning at the Rumble.
Yeah. I'll put our NXT Women's Champion Valkyrie in there. I think that's a surprise entrant. I think that works.
I was thinking, I'm going to add one more on here that you mentioned NXT. Tiffany Stratton.
See, I was going to say her, but I mean, I guess she technically is, but I think she was in it last year. So that was the only reason. I think so. That was kind of the only reason I wasn't like 100% sure she would count as
I was just thinking because she's had
yeah, but I definitely could see that for sure.
Okay. Cool. All right, who you got winning?
Winning it, I've said from like the beginning it's gonna be Bayley. So that's what I'm going with. I'm gonna copy Carl.
Nice. All right. And if you're watching along with us live, feel free to add your thoughts in the comments.
Please do. We're gonna look at them afterwards, and we'll tell you how wrong you are.
Oh, I can see them live.
Ah,
Yeah.
hey. Well,
we can tell you live how wrong you are. So.
They probably turned it off when they heard my prediction. Like, this motherfucker's retarded.
Like, what the fuck is this dude smoking?
Yeah. We know what he's smoking. It's that freaking crack, remember?
From the shed.
Oh, awesome. All right. Men's Rumble, which so far we know Gunther, Priest, Nakamura, Cody, Punk, Lashley, and Drew McIntyre. All right, Garrett, what you got?
Oh, that's right. I'm going first. All right, so I'm gonna knock two of them out of the way just to throw two of them out of the way. But two of them I gotta explain because they're gonna have a specific role. So I'm gonna go with Andrade being a surprise entrant, and I'm gonna throw a wild card out there and say Big E. It's gonna be my wild card.
Thinking Big E, but there's a lot of stories about him possibly not being able to wrestle anymore.
Yep.
So it's kind of, I don't know if it's like
there's a lot of people have been told that and they still wrestle. So
yeah,
I can name 3 of them off the top of my head. Anyways, all right, so gonna be like Carl a little bit. So I think Walter is gonna come in pretty early again, if not 1, maybe 2 again. I think he wants to prove himself. He can win the whole Rumble. I think he's gonna come in early, and I was gonna say this was gonna happen at 30, but I think it's gonna happen around like 15 or 20. Gunther's gonna be in the ring by himself, and we're gonna hear the Brock Lesnar music hit, and they're just gonna go at it, beat the shit out of each other, and they're gonna eliminate each other. So that's one. That's one.
I'm gonna throw a wrench in your plans here with Lesnar, with him being named in that lawsuit. Do you think they're gonna put him in the Rumble?
Of course they are. He's
gonna be in the Rumble.
He's gonna be in the Rumble. He's money. Anyways,
I'd be very surprised if he's in the Rumble.
Well, then my pick's wrong, and then you just got a free pass because I'm not changing it. Okay.
Okay.
And then you're getting down, dwindling. You got Cody's already in, Punk's already in. You're thinking it's gonna be between them two, and then number 30 hits, and you hear. Dun, 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 dun. Whole fucking place goes crazy because we got MJF. That is my 4th one. Do I think he's winning it? Hell no. I'm still going with. See, I don't know who I want to go with. I kind of think I should go with R-Truth. I think R-Truth's gonna win it for real. I really do.
I would love R-Truth.
I think R-Truth should win the Rumble. I think it'd be so fucking funny. I think what would be funny is if Truth won the Rumble and he thought instead of winning the Rumble, he won the briefcase and tries to steal it from Damian Priest for the next month and a half. That would be great.
Awesome.
I think I'm gonna have to say that I think Punk's gonna inevitably win the Rumble.
You think so?
I'm very indecisive, but I think
I had the same problem. I had it narrowed down to 2.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Punk. I think it's gonna be Punk. So that's my 4. Have with it as you want.
Okay.
And if you want to give me a 5, we'll throw like a Braun Breaker in there.
It's kind of hard to go. It's kind of hard to go with 5 because the men's don't usually have as many surprises.
No, not anymore.
Yeah. All right, Carl, you want to go next?
Yeah, I can go next.
Okay.
So Garrett stole actually 2 of my surprise people. I was going to MJF as well. I had Biggie as well. I actually think this might happen because there are people saying that they saw him working out, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think Stone Cold might be a surprise entrance.
I can see that one.
Yep.
I mean, he tore it up at WrestleMania, so.
Yep. He'll go for 4 Rumble wins.
And then my fourth person is going to be John Cena.
John Cena. My kids will flip out. I was going through rearranging figures again. And I was like, I got 6 John Cenas up here, and they're all the same. So I gave I gave my boys one each of my John Cenas, and they're like freaking out about it.
No,
that's funny.
And then you ready for my Royal Rumble prediction winner?
Yep.
Oh God,
R-Truth.
Okay. No, it's not R-Truth, but it's just as good. So I have Punk and Cody eliminating each other, and I have them going against each other at WrestleMania since Rollins might not be a thing now.
Yeah.
So that being said, so what do you do, right? So I think they'll probably be in the final 4 though, just to kind of keep it, interesting, because everybody thinks those are one of the 2 that are going to win, and they'll be in the final 4. But the other 4, the other 2 is going to be Gunther, and the guy that's going to win it all, baby, Dominic Mysterio, and that WrestleMania main event are going to get Damian Priest versus Dominic Mysterio with Mommy in his corner for the leader of the Judgment Day and the WWE Championship.
Oh my God. Could you imagine the boos in that arena if Dominic wins the Rumble?
Holy shit. That'd be awesome.
It's gotta happen, dude. You would love it. You would love it.
Oh, I would love it. I love Dominic Mysterio. He's the best heel in wrestling right now. Like, I don't care what anybody says. I will die on that hill. Oh man, that's awesome.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You get what you want at WrestleMania,
Yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I smell what you're cooking. All right. So I've got Cody winning the Rumble. It's been a while since we've had a back-to-back, and they've been pumping that up pretty big when they've been doing the Rumble breakdowns. So I think it's time I think we're due for another back-to-back winner. So I'm going with Cody. Surprise entrance: The Rock, the Dudley Boys, the Headbangers, and Okada.
Think Okada.
So we're just gonna say this out there, okay?
Yep.
If Bubba Ray Dudley's in it,
I'll get a half a
Devon isn't.
Half a point.
No point.
Half a point.
Half a point?
Half a point.
How is that fair, though?
How is that fair?
It's not fair.
Fine, okay,
No. I supremely veto this. We don't get a half a point if we're wrong.
You didn't
so because you cheat the system, you cheat the system so you can have 2 people in one.
How about this? We'll let you get half a point, Chris. But this is the but. But if they use tables, me and Garrett get a half a point.
The only reason why I'm saying the Dudleys and the Headbangers as entrants in the Rumble this year, both of them have signed Legends contracts. So you know how they—
That's true.
The teams, the people that are under Legends contracts, they like to bring them in for the big events. So that's the only reason why I picked. So.
Whatever.
But if one's in there, I'll take 0 points. That's fine. Because I was half right, so I'll take 0 points.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be Punk. I don't think it's gonna be Punk and Cody.
Like I said, I'm only leaning towards Cody because of the way they've been building up the back-to-back wins every time they've been doing like this year more than what they have in the past. So,
to me, if it was Vince, running it, I would think so. But I think Triple H is going to throw a surprise. I mean, I might be totally wrong with it being Dominic Mysterio, but I think Triple H would throw a surprise up there.
I mean, we could get Gunther winning the Rumble, which I don't think anybody would complain about that one.
No, I wouldn't. This is like the first time like there could be like I could think of probably maybe 15 people that would win and I wouldn't be upset. Like I was telling y'all, unless it's like Otis or somebody, like I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Otis.
Even then,
I wouldn't be upset.
Can we really be mad if Otis wins? Like he's pretty popular.
Yeah, I could.
No,
I was fucking mad when he won fucking Money in the Bank and he was popular.
No, I think they're gonna. I think I'm assuming Eric's injured since they've been doing a lot of this stuff with Ivar. He's got to be coming back soon.
Maybe.
So.
By the way, I know y'all haven't watched NXT lately, have you?
I did not see this week, but I did see Regal on there. The clip with him.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
The GM.
Yep. Do you see who our North American champion is?
Who had the belt last?
So Dragon Lee had it, and then the guy that won the breakout, cashed in on him and won it. That dude's a beast, man.
That dude is a beast. Oba?
Yeah, something like that. He's a beast, man. I wouldn't want to fight him.
Mm. So
it's like he'd kick my ass.
Did he lose?
Who?
Oba.
No, he has the North American title.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I saw that.
He still has it. He's facing.
He was talking to Pillman Jr. and Pillman was like, "I got a guaranteed, North American title match. Like I didn't win the breakout, but I still got my championship match." Then he's like, "Huh? Championship match tonight, huh?" So then he came out and did that whole thing with the cash in. Oba Femi, I think that's what his name was.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that dude's awesome.
Yeah, he's the next pay-per-view for NXT is Vengeance Day.
Nice. Vengeance Day.
Be good.
All right, good stuff. So that's our picks and preview for the Royal Rumble coming up tomorrow night. So hope you guys check it out, see how we did, see if our stories line up, see how well we did with all that stuff.
Damian Priest cashes in, y'all. Oh, fucking shit. I'm telling you.
I'm surprised they didn't have to cash in Monday when Seth was announced that he was injured. Like I thought they kind of would have swerved that way and did it, but
no, they're gonna keep the title on Rollins. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we'll see.
He'll be back for Mania.
Yeah, he might be back for Mania. We'll see.
He said he will be. You don't believe him?
I believe him.
That
dude's a machine when it comes.
It don't sound like you believe him.
I'm saying that dude's a machine when it comes to rehabbing. So.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, let's hop over to the Wrestler of the Week, which was my pick this week. And it's none other than
Tony Atlas.
Tony Atlas. The longest reigning NWA Women's Champion. Kamille Brickhouse. Fantastic wrestler. If you haven't seen her before, she's wrestled on Dynamite. She has NWA, like all this other stuff. She's a fantastic talent. If you haven't seen her wrestle, definitely check her out. You can find a lot of stuff. But one specific match I have here, of course, which will be in the show notes, or the show description, is Kamille versus Taya Valkyrie from NWA 74.
Nice.
Which was another. I was bouncing back and forth between Kamille and Taya, so this was a way for me to showcase both of them.
There you go.
Loophole.
Yeah,
I was going to say, Carl, you're talking about Tony Atlas. I can't not think of Tony Atlas and not think about we saw him at Big Time Wrestling, Carl and I, and we like walked by this girl and he did this like, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? Because he was just like staring at her. I was like, Jesus.
Tony Atlas. Apparently he's got like a foot fetish.
Oh God.
A shoe fetish, like women's shoes, like he like sniffing women's shoes or something. Like,
That's
I mean, hey,
weird.
Everyone's got a kink. Like some people like sniffing shoes, licking toes, whatever, naming dildos after wrestlers. No, everyone's got a kink.
Oh yeah.
But definitely check out the match between Taya and Kamille. Awesome matchup from the past NWA 74.
I thought he was gonna pick her versus all those softball moms in Durham.
Oh man,
that's good. That's good. I like that.
That's some good stuff there.
Yep.
All right, so wrestler of the week, there is that one. Now it's once again time for Carl's favorite segment of the show, G-Money's quiz.
All right. So I found a Royal Rumble quiz. I figured you may as well do a Royal Rumble quiz. I just hope you know your early Royal Rumbles because these are all before 2000. So I figured this will test your brain capacities.
Oh shit! We probably already forgot. Name everybody in the '92 Royal Rumble in alphabetical order.
No. Well, it won't be too bad because there's multiple choice if you need it. So, but yeah, it's pretty good. I found it on a different website, but oh shit, go back. What's the fuck? All right. First question. In 1988, Hacksaw Jim Duggan won the first ever Royal Rumble. Which man did he eliminate last to win the match?
Big John Studd.
You positive about that?
No.
I mean, he is.
I took a shot. I took a shot in the dark. I was like 2 years old. When you said 88?
Yeah. All right, I'll give you the multiple choice. The multiple choice is Junkyard Dog, Ron Bass, One Man Gang, or Big John Studd.
One Man Gang.
Oh. Big John Studd was a fucking option. I'm gonna go Big John Studd.
Yeah, it was. That's how I was trying to say. You said y'all agreeing it's One Man Gang?
No, I'm going Big John Studd.
All right, we're gonna go with Carl's Big John Studd.
All right,
we're gonna see if it's right. I don't think they give you the answers till the end.
Oh, you're doing a quiz? You're doing somebody else's quiz?
Yeah, dude. Oh, well, I can tell you, I asked for a hint and it's wrong. So you need to. We'll do One Man Gang because I think that one's right. Actually, I don't think that one's right either, but it's okay. We'll get there.
I wouldn't think it would be a face, would it?
Nah, I think it's Junkyard Dog. If I remember,
the only face in there is Junkyard Dog. The rest of them are heels.
I don't know. I'll leave it as One Man Gang. It's all good.
Outlaw Ron.
But yeah, I won't know the answers till the end.
Oh, that's lame.
You want to know the answer? You want to know the answers till the end? Oh god,
I know. It's gonna make this so much more worse. Anyways, which of the following men did not appear in the 1988 Royal Rumble match? Your choices are Ultimate Warrior, Jake the Snake Roberts, Bret the Hitman Hart, or Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels or Warrior? I think it's Michaels.
Michaels was there 88 like they just get in, right? Warrior, that was like a little bit before Warrior, right? 88.
I don't even remember when Warrior debuted.
Or he'd be like the Dingo Warrior by then, like if he was there.
He wasn't Dingo Warrior in WWF though. When they signed him, he was they signed him.
Warrior?
Yeah, when he brought him in, they changed him to the Ultimate Warrior.
I'm gonna say Ultimate Warrior wasn't in the '88 Royal Rumble.
All right. In 1989, Big John Studd was victorious in the Royal Rumble. Which of these men did not join him in being in the final 4 participants left? Rick Martel, $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, Hulk Hogan, or Akeem?
Hogan.
What year is this? I would say Hogan. Hogan was probably the main event.
Okay.
That was 89.
Who was the last man to be Who was the last man to be eliminated by Hulk Hogan on his way to a victory at the 1990 Royal Rumble? Clue: Hulk had also eliminated him the year before. Your choices are, so that's a hint for you that he obviously was in the one before. But that doesn't mean he was in the final 4 though. We'll keep Hogan in there for you. Your answers for this one are Macho Man, Mr. Perfect, Warlord, or Andre the Giant.
I'm gonna go Macho Man.
Perfect.
Y'all gotta decide.
We can't go with 2. Like, you'll know at the end of the damn quiz.
All right, that's true.
So terrible.
I know, it's terrible. How many entrants did the 1990 Royal Rumble feature that had held or went on to hold the WWF Heavyweight Championship? 6, 4, 2, or 8?
90. I would say Hogan, Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior. I think was in 90. What's the number?
6, 4, 2, or 8?
I would say it's probably either. I already named 3. Trying to remember who I was in that.
I'm gonna say 6.
Was Yokozuna in 90?
No, might have been.
Maybe.
Or Bret Hart was probably in it 90. So that'd be 5. You said had or will have, right?
Yeah, had or
I'll
would.
say 8. I would say 8.
Say 8. All right,
Yeah.
Chris. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting in all of Carl's answers, and then just remember your answers at the end.
Okay.
Figure that's easy.
Yeah, because I probably won't remember my answer.
Exactly. Hulk Hogan won again in 1991. Which of these men wasn't in the final 4 with him? Brian Knobbs, don't know who that is. British Bulldog, Earthquake, or Tugboat?
Knobs.
I don't even know who that is.
Knobs is one half of the Nasty Boys.
Oh.
Nasty Boy.
Okay.
I will say. This is 91.
Yep.
Tugboat, and I'll say Tugboat because he would have been. They were national disasters by then, wouldn't they? And he would have been by whatchamacallit. He would have went by Typhoon. So I'm gonna say Tugboat.
Okay. Which of these legends competed in their first Royal Rumble in 1991? Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, Owen Hart, or Ric Flair?
What was that one?
It says, which of these legends competed in their first Royal Rumble in 1991?
I'd say Undertaker.
What were the choices again?
Michaels, Taker, Owen Hart, or Ric Flair.
Because Michaels has been in the Rumble as like a rocker, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that would have been earlier.
Ric Flair wasn't even there in 91, so it's going to be Undertaker.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's Undertaker.
At least not in the Rumble in 91.
All right. Which of these ex-WWF heavyweight champions did Sid Justice not eliminate in 1992? Hulk Hogan, The Undertaker, Sergeant Slaughter, or Macho Man Randy Savage?
Undertaker.
Which one did he not eliminate?
Correct.
And this was 93?
92.
92. I'll say Hogan.
Hogan? Okay. I know you guys are loving this quiz.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Which of these sets of wrestlers did not compete in the 1993 Royal Rumble match? Here, first, oh man, these are ridiculous.
It's like sets of wrestlers?
I'm skipping this question. This is a ridiculous question. I'm just going to give you a guess for you. There we go. Okay, this one's not too bad. Which two veterans battled it out as entrants 1 and 2 in the 1993 Royal Rumble? Jerry Lawler and Ted DiBiase, Bob Backlund and Ric Flair, Randy Savage and Tito Santana, Rick Martel and Harley Race.
Ric Flair was one of the first two entrants, right? So Flair and Backlund.
Did that what you picked too, Chris? Okay. Which current WWE Raw wrestler entered the 1994 Royal Rumble as participant number 1? I would consider this an old quiz based upon these freaking answers. Shawn Michaels, Scott Steiner, Diesel, or Triple H?
What was the question?
I know, right? Had to have been.
What did it say? What did it say?
It said which current WWE Raw wrestler. So we'll just do which of these wrestlers entered the 1994 Royal Rumble as participant number 1? It's Michaels, Steiner, Diesel, or Triple H.
I say Triple H. He was Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
I'm going with Steiner.
I remember with Hunter Hearst Helmsley being the number 1 in a. I remember him being number 1 in the Royal Rumble. I just can't remember what Royal Rumble it was.
Yep.
That's Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Who won the 94 Rumble? That's not a question. I'm just curious if you guys know.
94 was Brett and Luger. They both went over at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, that'll help. Yeah, this one has the final 4 of 94 Rumble. So with that logic.
Oh, really?
Yeah. With that logic, it's either I can get 2 of them out of the way for you. So it's either Brett, Shawn, Lex, or Rikishi, or Lex, Brett, Diesel, and Bam Bam Bigelow.
Lex, and Rikishi would have been something Fatu. He'd have been.
Well, it says Rikishi Fatu on here.
Okay. Yeah, he was just Fatu at that time.
Yeah.
It would be Brett, Lex, Rikishi, and Michaels.
Bam Bam Bigelow.
Bam Bam Bigelow.
I think so.
You think it's the Diesel Bam Bam Bigelow one?
It's Brett, Lex, Diesel, and Bam Bam Bigelow.
Is that what you think it is?
That's what I think it is, yeah.
Okay. The first 2 men in the 95 Royal Rumble were also the last 2 to leave. One was the winner, Shawn Michaels. Who was the other?
Easy.
That one's easy. I know that one. You need the multiple choice. I actually do know this one. It's either Lex Luger, Owen Hart, Bob Backlund, or the British Bulldog.
Oh, that's British Bulldog.
Yeah, it's the British Bulldog. I once I saw that, and I was like, yeah, I remember that. Ooh, I got a true or false. The Undertaker eliminated Bret Hart from the 1995 Royal Rumble. True or false?
I'll go true.
False.
Two huge stars. Go ahead.
Bret wasn't in the Rumble.
Two huge stars made their Royal Rumble debuts in 1996. Who are they? The Rock and Triple H, Steve Austin and Mick Foley, Kane and The Rock, or Steve Austin and Triple H?
Austin and Foley.
Austin and Foley as ringmaster and Mankind.
Well, it's funny if you do these in orders, you kind of can go back and look at which answer is right. The Rock debuted in the '97 Royal Rumble. Which man that he went on to have a long feud with eliminated him? Triple H, Mankind, Steve Austin, or Billy Gunn?
Billy Gunn.
So he was in '97.
Yeah,
he was in '97.
Austin.
Well, he must have been Plate's commander. Yeah, I'll say probably Austin.
Jerry the King Lawler made a brief appearance in the 1997 Royal Rumble, but was eliminated by who? Roddy Piper, British Bulldog, Bret Hart, or Mr. Perfect?
Oh, probably Bret Hart then.
Was it?
Jerry Lawler.
Yeah, I think it was Bret at that time.
Which of these men returned for the 1998 Royal Rumble? Bushwhacker Luke, Superfly Jimmy Snuka, Honky Tonk Man, or Hercules?
Snuka.
Honky Tonk Man.
All right. In a repeat of 1995's events, the first two men in the ring were the last two in 1999's Royal Rumble. Who were the two men? Actually, I know this answer too. Austin and The Rock, McMahon and Austin, Triple H and Austin, or Kane and The Rock?
It was Austin and McMahon.
Yeah, it is. It's that Rumble. I know it's that Rumble.
Because it was no chance in hell.
Yeah. Which wrestler who had recently returned to the WWF after a long spell away was attacked and eliminated by the Ministry of Darkness in 1999's Royal Rumble? Big Boss Man, Fatu, Mabel, or Jeff Jarrett?
Jeff Jarrett, I would assume. Because Mabel was in it. Big Boss Man was in it, right?
Was attacked prior to the Rumble?
Attacked in the Rumble and eliminated.
Oh, yeah, it was Mabel.
It was Mabel?
Mabel.
That's when it became Vince or something?
Yeah.
I thought he was already in the ministry.
No?
Nope,
okay. He was still Mabel at that point, and then after that he got then he went into the ministry as Viscera. If I remember correctly.
I'll copy Chris on that. He seems like he's sure.
All right. Who did not appear in the 2000 Royal Rumble? Bob Backlund, The Undertaker, Chris Jericho, or the British Bulldog?
Oh, I'm going to say Bulldog.
Yeah, I say Bulldog on that too.
All right. Which of these men returned for the 2001 Royal Rumble? Greg Valentine, The Genius, Earthquake, Honky Tonk Man? I actually know this answer because this is the one I watched.
Greg Valentine.
The Honky Tonky Man.
It is. It's the Honky Tonk Man, Carl. I know you're wrong. Sorry, it's the one I watched.
Well, say the quiz.
Steve Austin won the 2001 Royal Rumble, but who was not with him in the Final Four? Kane, the one. It literally says the one. Billy Gunn.
Yeah, because
The Rock or the Undertaker. I know this one too.
Undertaker.
Yeah, it is. All right. There's 2 questions left. In 2002, the Royal Rumble was advertised as having 4 returning superstars that had not been seen in a WWE ring for quite some time. Who were they? Oh God.
Hulk Hogan.
Well, basically, one of them is NWO. That's Hogan, Hall, Nash, X-Pac. The second one is Godfather, Mr. Perfect, Goldust, Val Venus. Why anyone would advertise Val Venus? Anyways, third one is British Bulldog, Taka Michinoku, Ken Shamrock, Big Boss Man. And the last one is Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, Lita, and British Bulldog. It's definitely not that one.
You said 2002?
Yeah.
It's the NWO one.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Oh. The last one is I have to put in an answer. In 2003, who did Brock Lesnar defeat to gain his place in the Royal Rumble match? It's literally all it gives me. There's not a multiple choice.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What was it?
Or that King of the Ring? I don't know. I could be wrong.
It doesn't matter. We're just putting it in there.
I think I'm wrong. I think that was a King of the Ring qualifier.
It's okay. We're good. All right. The answers. We're going back through them now.
Here we go.
All right. In the 88 one with Hacksaw Jim Duggan, which man did he eliminate last to win the match? It was indeed the One-Man Gang. Which of the following men did not appear in the 88 Royal Rumble match? We said Ultimate Warrior, and it was Shawn Michaels.
I figured he'd been in it as a rocker.
It says, well, it gives me at least some of it. It says Hitman entered at number 1. That was the one he entered at number 1. Jake drew number 5, and Warrior came in at 18. Excuse me. In the 89, Big John Studd was victorious in the Royal Rumble. Which of these men did not join him in being in the Final Four? Hulk Hogan was the correct answer. Who was the last man to be eliminated by Hulk Hogan on his way to the 90 Royal Rumble win? It was not Macho Man. It was Mr. Perfect.
Chris got that right.
Ooh, yeah.
Yep. How many entrants did the 90 Royal Rumble feature that had held or went on to hold championship? It was 8, not 6. No. Sorry. It was 6, not 8.
Oh, damn. Wrong again.
Hey, you got this one right, though. Hogan won again in 91. Which of these men wasn't in the Final Four with him? It was indeed Tugboat. So you got that one right. Chris got it wrong.
No.
Which of these legends competed in their first Royal Rumble in 91? It was The Undertaker. Which of these ex-WWF heavyweight champions did Sid Justice not eliminate in 92? You guys said Hogan. It was The Undertaker.
No, Chris said Undertaker. I said Hogan.
Oh, got you. Yeah. This one I didn't give you guys because it was too freaking long. Which 2 veterans battled it out as 1 and 2 in the 93 Rumble? It was Bob and Rick. Which current WWE wrestler entered the 94 Royal Rumble at participant number 1? Carl said Triple H, and Chris was right with Scott Steiner.
Holla if you hear me.
Can you name the Final 4 of the 94 Royal Rumble? Carl, you were wrong with Bam Bam and Diesel. It was Michaels and Rikishi. That one we knew we got right with Michaels and Bulldog. The Undertaker eliminated Bret Hart from the 95 Royal Rumble. That was false. Two huge stars made their Royal Rumble debuts in 96. Who are they? It was not Austin and Foley. It was Austin and Triple H. I'm assuming it's because they're not counting it as Hunter Hearst Helmsley. They're counting it as Triple H. Be my guess. I don't know. That is pretty lame. Anyways, The Rock debuted in 97 Royal Rumble, which man that he went on to have a long feud with eliminated him. You all said Austin, and you are wrong. It was Mankind.
What?
Jerry Lawler made a brief appearance in 97 Rumble. What was eliminated by Bret Hart was the correct answer. Which of these men returned for the 98 Royal Rumble? It was not Jimmy Superfly Snuka. It was the Honky Tonk Man. The 95 one was Vince and Austin. Chris was right with Mabel. Who did not appear in the 2000 Royal Rumble? You guys said British Bulldog, or Carl said British Bulldog. I don't remember what Chris said. The answer was The Undertaker. 2001 Rumble was the return of the Honky Tonk Man as well. Has got a lot of returns. Anyways, Austin won the 2001 Royal Rumble, but was not. Who was not with him in the Final Four? It was indeed The Undertaker. Are you kidding me? The 2002 Royal Rumble was advertised as having 4 returning superstars that had not been seen in a WWE ring for quite some time. Who were they? It was not Hogan, Hall, Nash, and X-Pac. Apparently, when I said Val Venus, I was wrong. It was Val Venus, Goldust, Mr. Perfect, and The Godfather. Garbage. And then in 2003, who did Brock Lesnar defeat to gain his place in the Royal Rumble match? It was not Stone Cold Steve Austin. It was The Big Show. And that is my quiz. I'm sorry it was so long and tedious.
That was terrible.
It was pretty bad. I'll do a better one next time.
Yeah, no
I literally kept trying to find quizzes that were more recent, and like none of them were more recent. They were all terrible.
You could have researched yourself and come up with some.
That's what I'll do next time.
Chat GPT takes all the work and effort out of it for you.
That's true. I really want to do like AI quizzes and like do some AI generated pictures and just send them in the thing. Now that I have a laptop, I might be able to do that a little bit easier. So I might try it out next time.
Hashtag truth.
I'll try and do like guess the wrestler by the AI generated image. Y'all are gonna have fun. Y'all are gonna have so much fun with that.
Oh, tons of fun. All right, so there's G Money's quiz. Let's hop over to Carl's favorite segment, his favorite segment. No holds barred. No holds barred. We talk about whatever. Place.
What are we talking about this week?
Feel like talking about. So
we're talking about Detroit Lions beating the San Francisco 49ers. Do I think it's going to happen? Yes.
No. I want it to happen, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I hope it does.
I hope it does too. They haven't been to the Super Bowl at all. And it'd be nice to see them go. But I think the 49ers pull it out. And I think Kansas City beats the Ravens.
Yeah.
What do you think, Garrett?
Well, I'm gonna hedge my bets and say Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna stick with Baltimore. I think that's the Super Bowl I want to see.
Okay. You don't want to see Eminem versus Taylor Swift?
No. Which that is hilarious, by the way.
Oh,
that was so funny when I saw that.
Terrible. It is. I don't know. I'm kind of half paying attention to what you guys are saying.
I figured.
zoning in and out with the football chatter.
I figured.
It's all good. It's only down to 2 games now, so
yep.
I heard it was pretty close with the Chiefs and Bills, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty close.
Yeah. At least a decent game between the two of them.
Yeah, it was a decent game. Buffalo missed a field goal to tie it.
So, how you feel about Jim Harbaugh?
San Diego.
Las Vegas?
Los Angeles now. Yeah, I could care less.
I mean, it's got to be better than that fucktard they had before him. Dude, was terrible.
Titans on Callahan, so we'll see how that goes.
That'd be probably pretty good. Hopefully.
We'll see. It's his first head coach job. And he said he'd be calling the plays, which is weird because he didn't call the plays in Cincinnati. So we'll see how that goes.
Yep.
But he might be all right.
Yeah, you got it. They'll be all right. Yep. I don't think we really have much for No Holds Barred. Not really a whole lot to talk about.
Well, you're not going to believe this bullshit.
I probably will.
They remade Roadhouse.
What?
Motherfuckers.
Yes, with fucking Jake Gyllenhaal.
Why they gotta ruin a good thing?
Oh, God. Well, Jake Gyllenhaal. It don't seem like he don't seem like he would be like a bouncer.
Man.
You at least did
else to remake besides fucking Roadhouse. Leave classics.
If you're gonna redo Roadhouse, do it with like The Rock or Vin Diesel or somebody.
Yeah, somebody a little more badass than Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah,
take a dude that's famous for a gay cowboy movie and put him in Roadhouse.
Yep.
Oh, man, so lame. But plus side to that, well, not to that, but we got a longer Avatar: The Last Airbender trailer for the new Netflix series, which looks pretty badass.
That'll be good.
A lot better than M. Night Shyamalan's abortion that came out.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
So bad. Oh, so terrible. Looking forward to that. Really have. I got a couple other things here. Let me go to this so I can get that on the screen. And bam, here we go. Elite 108. We got in-package pictures of that. Everything is up for pre-order on Ringside Collectibles, which we're looking at now. They got Brock Lesnar in his little vest and his cowboy hat.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Does it come with a tractor?
Does not come with a tractor.
Oh, man.
Yep, no tractor. New Bronson Reed, which is pretty similar to his only other WWE figure and like the Bam Bam Bigelow inspired gear. This one's green and white. Pretty much the same gear and same entrance jacket. So just a different color. Looks pretty cool though. Bronson's figures are pretty awesome. We got a new Omos with his hood and everything. I think this is his gear MVP was managing him. I think this was WrestleMania, something like that.
I think so. Or SummerSlam.
Go back.
Something.
And finally, this one here is going to be a big seller since I can't find this basic anywhere.
Yeah.
LA Knight, yeah. Looks pretty awesome. Face scan, everything.
Hell yeah.
Bad pose. Keep better. And then Chelsea Green is the chase in the set. She's got 2 ring attires. She got the blue, which which looks pretty awesome. This is a great figure. Love the entrance gear. It's actually cloth. Looks great. You do the shush bows. And then she's got the, what's this, orange or red, which looks pretty cool. So. Digging it. Oh, yeah. And Carl, this one's for you, buddy. Terry Bam Bam Gordy. As the Executioner. 2 figures in one. You get the Executioner that made, what, like 2 appearances?
I think so.
And then you got the Terry Gordy figure. Which will go great if you got the Michael P.S. Hayes. So that's 2/3 of the Freebirds down right there. Pretty awesome stuff with that one. And then Ringside also put up. Oh, come on. I probably should have just stayed on the same damn tab, but I already had it open here.
You could
get claimed 3-pack.
Oh, okay.
They scissor each other in the back.
They're not scissoring each other in the box, which it should be. That could have been like an easy thing to do.
The only other thing that'll be my complaint. Well, my only other complaint is that Billy Gunn isn't in the box backwards, showing his ass. Because I mean, he is the ass man. So.
Yep. Unfortunately, they don't have the trios titles. I'm sure those will come out eventually, but I mean, it only took like 2 years after the height of the popularity of the Acclaim to get Acclaimed figures. So,
yep.
Well, they look great. I got no complaints with the face sculpts on these. They look awesome. The only one, Billy Gunn, kind of looks a little weird, but the other 2 look pretty solid. Awesome figures there. Yeah. Good stuff. Cheap.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. That's pretty much the bulk of what I had for No Holds Barred. I think you guys don't have a lot either. So.
Oh, no, that's it.
Awesome stuff. So let's kick it over here to the theme of the week. Garrett, was your pick this week? What you got for us?
I really hope what I picked we haven't picked already.
I don't think we have.
Okay.
Well,
I went with something that made Chris, I'm sure, really happy when he saw it.
Yes.
He was probably shocked I picked it.
Very, very shocked.
And I went with Victoria's theme song, where they're like hyping her up. It's pretty good song.
It's a lady to mess with.
That's it.
I don't want to mute that.
All right.
Love it.
Hell yeah.
This is probably by far this one and her last theme. Not her last theme, her first theme, the tattoo theme are probably my 2 favorite ones.
She has like the one after this I listened to it was like way different. Like crazy.
She had two versions of this one. She had the face one that was a little faster. And then this one was the heel one, which had that more hardcore, like a lot more bass to it and a little slower. So.
That's what they did. The same thing with like The Rock when he went heel. It's like they slowed it down and added more bass to it.
Yeah. I know she used to come out and do with the last one, she'd come out and do like an ash shake on the stage before coming down to the ring. It was great. Victoria's got a lot of nice assets.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
You're gonna end up with a lawsuit with Vince McMahon.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, man. Keep talking like that.
The signed picture I got of her, the 8x10 is her her facing the her ass facing the camera. And she's like, "Oh, that's a
Man.
Oh, come on, stop. Here, Liv Morgan's theme. Okay. Yeah, it's her TNA theme, which is our TNA picture, which is a knockout champion. So she's like, yeah, that's a pretty good seller. It's like, I wonder why. So,
yeah, I wonder why.
One of the best asses in the business.
Yep.
Awesome. So that is your theme of the week this week. Victoria's Not the Lady or Don't Mess With version 2 theme or heel theme. That's going to do it for us for this week. Thank you guys for checking us out, watching along live with us on our YouTube page and our Facebook page. As always, make sure you follow us on all our social media. Obviously, like the Facebook page, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. So the next time we go live, you won't miss it. And you'll be notified when new episodes are uploaded every Saturday. So, again, thanks for checking us out. We appreciate it. We love y'all. Enjoy the Royal Rumble tomorrow. See how well we did on our predictions and our picks. Like I said, if Carl's predictions come true, the show is over. We're done. This may be the last episode.
Hey, if it happens, I'm a writer, so I don't need to do the podcast anymore.
It's 220 episodes in. Awesome. But thank you guys for checking us out. We appreciate it. And we'll chat with you all next week. As always, on behalf of myself, Chris the Heat Matthews, Garrett G Money Mun, and the Tennessee Jesus, episode 220 of your Wrestle Gunning podcast. And we'll talk to you guys next week. Maybe. Later, Marks.
Make sure you wear your scarves.
Go down.
Hey, Brewberry. Go down.
Yeah, Dominic Mysterio. That's who picked that one.
Tom and Nick, baby. Tom and Nick are taking it.
Tom and Nick.